Hi everyone, Olivia here. Today I want to explain one of the most important concepts in trading, and honestly, I think it's something every beginner should understand before placing their first trade. We are going to talk about risk management. It might sound boring at first, but trust me, risk management is actually what separates people who stay in trading for years from people who lose their deposit in a few days. It doesn't matter how good your strategy is. If your risk management is bad, sooner or later, you'll run into problems. So today, I'll explain it in the simplest way possible and also show you one of the risk management methods that we use in our VIP session. What is a risk management? So, what is a risk management? Simply put, it's a set of rules that helps you protect your trading account. Every trader loses trades. That's completely normal. The goal isn't to avoid losses altogether, because it's impossible. The real goal is to make sure that one losing trade, or even a few losing trades in a row, don't destroy your account. Good traders don't think, how much can I make? They think, how much am I willing to risk? That's completely different mindset. And it's one of the biggest reasons why experienced traders stay profitable over the long term. Why is it so important? One of the biggest mistakes beginners make is risking too much on a single trade. They want fast results, so they can increase their trade size after every win or try to recover losses by going all in. The problem is that the market doesn't care what happened on your previous trade. Every position should follow your trading plan, not your emotions. Good risk management keeps you calm, helps you to avoid emotional decisions, and gives you enough opportunities to recover natural over time. Our example. Now, let me show you a simple example from one of our VP sessions. On the screen right now, you can see that our first signal closed in a loss. For many beginners, that's where panic starts. They think the session is ruined or that the strategy doesn't work anymore. But that's not how professional traders look at it. Instead of making emotional decisions, we simply follow our predefined risk management plan. In our VP sessions, one of the methods we sometimes use is a controlled Martingale approach. That means if the first trade closes in a loss and all of the conditions for the setup are still valid, we increase the next position in a planned way, typically by doubling the amount. As you can see on the screen, the second trade closes successfully and completely covered the previous loss, while also bringing the session back into profit. The important thing here is that this wasn't a random decision. It wasn't emotional and it wasn't gambling. It was part of the plan before the first trade was even opened. A few words about Martingale. Now, I also want to say something very important about Martingale, because a lot of people misunderstand it. Martingale is not a magical strategy that guarantees profits, and it's definitely not something you should use without understanding the risks. If someone keeps doubling their position over and over again with no limits, eventually they can lose a very large part of their account. That's why risk management always comes first. If you decide to use Martingale, it should only be within a strict system with clear rules, limited progression, and proper account management. The strategy itself isn't what makes you successful. Discipline is. Final thoughts. If you remember just one thing from today's video, let it be protecting your account is more important than chasing profits. You don't need to win every trade to become a profitable trader. You just need a system with an edge, proper risk management, and the discipline to follow your rules every single day. That's exactly what allows traders to stay consistent over the long term instead of relying on luck. I hope this video helped you understand why risk management is such a huge part of successful trading. In my opinion, it's actually more important than finding the perfect strategy, because even the best strategy won't help if your money management is poor. If you have any questions about risk management or any other trading topic, leave them in the comments below. I always enjoy reading your questions, and maybe your idea will become the topic of my next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.